Hey guys, welcome to my little corner of YouTube, my little bonsai corner. Going to do some work on larches today. I've got a few to do. As you can see, they've starting to push out now. Have a little bit of growth on these. This tree bought off a very nice man, Phil. Phil, if you're watching, lovely tree, mate, lovely tree. Apparently, it's been in a. It came out of the Alps came out of the Highlands in Scotland about 1994. It's been in a pot since. So old tree. Tell sort of by all the bark. Loads of like flaky bark on this. Love this tree. Lovely. Lots of extensions, as you guys can see there. It's really starting to push out. We've done a lot. This weather's doing beautiful for these trees. It's making the trees grow really quick. As you can see, there's a lot of dead branches over the years. A lot of branches that have died, so there's hardly anything at the back of the tree at the moment. So we're working on that. It's got to be developed. Got a branch here. I'm not going to cut this one because this one we want it to grow and to start filling out the pad here. So we're going to let that one go and just start to, hopefully it will all start to branch out and create more branches. So, but we've got a bit here. We took a lot off the top this winter. We've changed the apex, so I'm growing the apex at the moment. But this shouldn't be a problem for these trees because these trees like to grow big time at the top. So that shouldn't take too long to fill out. Shouldn't take long at all. So yeah, what I'm going to do, it's a Japanese larch. So we're going to trim some of these off. There's got a few that are going back in on themselves. If you guys can see. Where is it? Where you gone? Got one somewhere. It's so heavy, this tree, it's actually moving the table. Ooh. No, and it slipped off. What is that getting caught? Right, so yeah, you got one in here. Ooh, save the tree. Got one in here, if you guys can see that, quite long. That's going straight back into the branches. We don't want that. So we're going to trim that one back a little bit, try and get it just to fill out this part. I'll zoom in a minute and you guys can see all the new buds as well that are starting to push out. So let me zoom in and I'll be straight back. Okay, so zoomed in. You can now see this one. It's going straight back into the branches. We don't want it to be that long. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it back. Now you can feel new buds on the inside. This is starting to harden off now. We don't want it too big because it will get too thick. So you can see, I don't know if you guys can see, just in there, these tiny little green buds just in there. Now I've got two there, one there and one at the back of it. So I'm going to trim it back to there, just so. That way then, I've got two buds that one can come this way, one can come that way. And I can start to help fill this pad out a little bit. Got another one here as well. Getting a little bit too long. What I'm trying to do as well is make triangles in these pads. Trying to make triangles. So you can see as well there, where there was a big cut. Took all the tree off from there. All the way up. So I'm just going to trim this one back as well because we don't need this long. It's crossing over the next branch and we don't want that. So trim that one off as well. Right, what else do we have? Let's turn it around. Let me just adjust the camera here a little bit. Cool. So I've got a big, very long extension here, which if I push the pad down, pushing out a bit too far, I want the triangle to sort of be here. So just so it's coming this way. So I'm going to cut that to the length that I want. There is a bud just there as well. If you guys can see that bud there. So I'm going to cut to there. I don't want to cut the whole length off, but that'll do. Just to there. These here are still under development. I want to develop all this pad to come out to here and fill this area. So I'll see if there's any buds, which there are, because I don't want it too long and leggy. So I'm going to bring it so there's a bud coming this way, so the branch hopefully then will start to come this way, and I can start to help build the ramification up, get a thicker pad. So we've got another one here, very, very long, this one. It's pushing right out. The triangle's kind of going to be more here, so it's going to be more this way. So this is just sticking way out the wrong way. So I'm going to bring this one back, keep some of the growth. I don't want to cut it all back completely. Keep some of the growth, but that will just start to build that side. This side I've got two that are crossing over here now. Turn that round a little bit. You can see these two are sort of crossing over, and we don't want that. So this one's going to be this one's going to be the point of the triangle. And this one's just going to cover over the top. So I'm going to minimise this one, short this one down a little bit. Feel the buds, you can feel the buds underneath inside. So I'm going to take some of this length off because we don't want that too big. So I'm going to bring that back into, where's that bud? There's two buds very, very close to each other there, which is what we want. We want branches quite close to each other, quite nice, fine, thin branches. This one here, we'll shorten that one down a little bit. It's overlapping this part, so there's the bud, there's the bud. Cut you off as well. The top here, getting quite leggy, but I'm going to let that, I'm going to take a little bit off. Hopefully it'll push some of the other buds out on the inside of it. Feel the buds, yeah, there's two just there. So I'll cut just after the buds, and hopefully that will start to fill out, help this, which it will do eventually. Bit of dye back there. It has been hot, so larches like a lot of water. And maybe that bit didn't quite get enough. So what else have we got? Got another one down here. The tree's so heavy it keeps falling off the turntable, which is scary. Yeah, I got this one here. So I'm just going to bring this one. Let's just drop the camera down a little bit. So this one's going to create a triangle kind of here. So I'm just imagining the lines. So this needs to come back a little bit to the bud. There's a bud just in there. Put that one back. This one's going to help. So I'll open that out a little bit. I've still got a little bit of wire on here. So this one's going to help fill this kind of gap that we've got. This little gap that we've got in here. So that one will grow there, and that one will help there. So we'll get that one just to put it back a little bit to a bud facing that way. Hopefully it will grow from that one. Put that back a little bit. One's okay. One's okay. This one, I want to cut this one off. Probably move that one to there. This will help create a triangle here. I have got two more overlapping over here though. So I've got these two here. These two. So put that one back to bud going that direction. And then we've got another one here which I'll stretch this out. This could actually become the triangle here. Because larches tend to sort of make triangles, and they're sort of a 3D. So you'll get branches on top of branches. So when the snow in nature sits on them, they fall through. The snow falls through because the branches isn't one solid mass, and then the snow can get through and it won't break and bend and snap the branches. So they naturally sort of like, the bottom branches naturally sort of like go downwards, point downwards. So if they pointed upwards and the snow landed on the top of them, the weight of the snow would bend the branch and snap the branch. So trying to make these nice little triangles. So we've got, this is the apex here. I'm still working on this. Let's turn the camera up a little bit. Raise it up a touch. So the apex at the moment, I've just got a branch here that I've bent around just to try and help it a little bit because we took a lot off the top of the apex. We've taken quite a bit off. Right, that one's not too bad. That can go there, as I said. What else have we got? The apex is doing all right. Let some of these ones fill out. That'll help. Okay, so that's the top part. I'm going to let this one grow out a little bit. I want this bit quite long here, just to add to the style of it. Right, a bit further down now, so I'll just drop the camera down. So I'm onto these pads down here now. Let's turn that around. Can you guys see that? No, you can't. Let's drop it down a little bit more. Here, yeah. Right, now there's quite a hole here where you can see the branch structure, which is nice. But I just want this sort of fill that a little bit as a 3D. But then we've got this long one here, which I will bend just so it's sitting. Still can't quite see that, can you? Bring the camera down a little bit more. Sorry if it's making you feel sick. Yeah, so this pad here, we've got a branch here that's long, so that's going to sort of like just be part of that this big triangle that I'm trying to make here. So we'll trim that back a little bit because it's just getting outside where I want it. Right there. This triangle's looking quite nice. So let's get round to the other side. This one here, this died. This part of this branch died this year. Bit sad. Died off. So a nice little feature though, I suppose. But then this pad now then is incredibly sort of sparse. There's not a lot on this pad now. So I'm leaving this one because this is going to grow out, as I said earlier, and it's going to fill out here. So we're going to leave all that. We're going to leave all that just to let it grow. Just to let it go. Right, well that's this one, this larch. What I'll do now is I've got another one, so I'm going to go and fetch that. Pushed out quite a bit. I've already trimmed it once this year, but it's pushed out quite a bit, so we'll go and get that. We'll do some work on that one, so bear with me. Right, so we've got another big one here. Big one. This is still under development. There's still loads to do on this one. Pulled a lot of the branches down. It's a lovely tree. It's lovely and soft. So I like larches. As you can see, I've pulled a lot of the branches down, but it's getting very shaggy, this is now. So this will probably want to thin out in the winter once it's dropped all of its needles and I can see what's going on. Got quite a bit of wire on this one still. Quite a thick bit of wire holding these branches down for now. This one's not too bad. That one there is not too bad. A little bit leggy, a little bit long here without any foliage. So, but hopefully I'm going to try and go for the thread grafts and see if we can grow a branch out, drill a hole through, push the branch through, and hopefully it will take and it will keep growing, and that will help fill this part out at the moment. But I'm still learning, so I'm not even attempting it yet. I need to do some serious research on it. Guys, if you've actually done this on a larch, drop it down in the comments. Let me know how you got on, how easy it was, whether it actually works or not. I've been told it does. It's got a good success rate, but hearsay, isn't it? I want somebody to actually show me that it's actually worked. So yeah, it's already been trimmed once, but it's got loads. I mean, this thing is so healthy. This one as well has got a lot of cones starting. I'll zoom in a minute and I'll show you. We've got quite a few. Heard them being known as larch roses as well. Well, they do look a bit like a rose. They've got quite a lot on here. So let's zoom in anyway, and you can see me cutting stuff. Okay, here's a few of the cones that we've got this year. Didn't do it last year, so quite a nice surprise. Quite like them. Moss cones. Eventually they'll turn into pine cones. Well, not pine cones because it's not a pine, but the same sort of thing. Same sort of thing. As you can see, there's a lot of growth that we've got, so we're going to trim all this back. So this is getting a little bit shaggy. Problem is with this is you can't wire them very well once all the foliage is out, because it's so thick and dense. You'd trap all the foliage and then you'd kill the foliage. So let's get my scissors. This will be the same again. I've been trying to make triangles. So that's part of there. So I'm going to cut that back to that bud there. This one I've already cut, as you can tell. So that one's all okay. This one's pushing out. There's two here pushing out a little bit too far. So that one's got a bud there, so that can go. This one I don't want to be too thick. I don't want this branch to get too thick here. So try and keep it quite slim. That can come out a little bit as well. Some more there. It's quite long. Very long one inside. Very long one inside there. This one here. So we're going to trim that right back to that bud there. This one needs trimming back a little bit into there. A very big long one here. Now you can't see, let's bring the camera up a little bit. Very long one here, as you can see. So this is going to be part of the back of the tree. So quite woody there, quite a lot of growth. I'm going to cut this back quite aggressively. There's two buds. You can just see, if you can just see that one just starting to come out there. I'm going to cut that back to that one there. There's two buds inside there. Cut that back quite a bit. There's some more here as well. I'm just going to be used to fill this out. We've got two branches here. There's two branches here that I could use to fill that out. So I'll put that out. And this one is sort of from the inside, so we'll just cut this back quite a bit, because I just want that as sort of filling rather than length, to help that 3D effect with the branches. There's some more up here that are growing, so we'll just cut those back a little bit. So there, this one's on the inside, so we'll cut you back quite harsh, a little bit better. Another one here now, a couple more here. Again, trying to make this into sort of like triangle. It's got another rose here, another cone. So we don't want this one as long. We'll leave this one, and we'll trim this one back a little bit. Just looking at that now means I haven't trimmed this one back very far. To try and slowly get that triangle, if I can. If I can. So, top of the tree, it's not too bad. This one's growing quite a bit, this one and this one. These two, I actually, so let's raise it up a little bit more. I actually want these two to grow, and this one inside as well, just to sort of come down. Let's kind of cover this bit a little bit, so I'm just going to take the end off. Hopefully the other buds inside will then start to push. It's lost all the energy at the top, so hopefully it will start to push the buds on the inside. And they will spread out into branches. Spread out into branches, hopefully. That's not too bad. Little tiny one at the back, which I just need to cut a little bit more off. So a bit further down now in the tree. Let's get down. So now we've got this. It's getting very big. Quite a bit on there. So just bring this around. Just taking this one off here because it's sitting across that pad. I'll just shorten that one down to its next bud. Still 2 buds in there. We'll shorten that down. The rest of it's not too bad actually. This one here is going to be part of this triangle here. Went over there slightly, so I'm just going to take the end off this. Where's a bud? There's a bud. Take the end off that one. This one right out here isn't too bad. I've got the triangle sort of coming here. There's the triangle. Excuse the camera work, guys. Novice even with the bonsais and the camera work. I'm so used to having just a stationary camera, so I'm just keeping all the same angles and same distances away from it. But there's another one. Another big larch. Really do like this one. Really do like this one. I like the movement in the trunk. It's lovely, the way it zips up. A lot of bark on it at the base. Slowly going to start working its way up the trunk as it gets older. So there you go, guys. Bit of larch trimming. Not a very long video. Hope you like it. Hope you like some of the trees that I'm going to be putting up. If you have tried to do any thread grafts or anything like that on a larch, please write it down in the comments of this video. I'll be very interested, because I want to do it here just to stop this from being so long and leggy. I actually want a branch to come out and start to build a pad there. So if you have done it with success, let me know please, or tag me in a video that you know works or something. But yeah, guys, if you quite like that, please subscribe if you like it. Like the video if you like it, but only if you like it. I don't want you to like a video if you don't like it. And I'll see you in the next one. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.